Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc and this is a Like-O-Thon reward video for reaching 4,500 likes in total. So thank you guys for your support and I hope you will enjoy this video. In this video I will show you how to make Runescape Wikia's calculator like this one, like the one I made for my guides. So here we will start right now. So first of all, what you need to do is to go to runescape.wikia.com and you need to make an account and sign up and enter your address and blah 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 and blah blah blah. I think you can manage to figure it out. So once you're registered, then you will press the button participate and add a page. Then you will enter username, then your username. For me it's IdkWhatsRc. For you it's whatever you chose. And then you will press the slash button and enter the name of your calculator. For example, I want it to be Wikia guide. We'll also choose the empty page and then I will press create the page. And here we are. Okay, so in this video we'll show you the basics to make a calculator. So first of all, it's like math. So every time you open a bracket you will need to close it. It's very important or your calculator will not work at all and there will be errors everywhere. And in this video we'll show how to use a special structure. It's the easiest one and it's the most useful in my opinion. It's this one. So you got a title column and few rows and few columns with a title. This is the basics, but it's very useful. The script that I use to make this little calculator, well, it's not really a calculator, but anyway, so the script is this text. So I will put this in the description below. So if you want to copy and paste it for your own calculator, then feel free to do it. So you can simply change the element it contains to your own needs. For example, if I need a prayer guide, you want the title to be prayer guide, then simply change it. And if you want your title content to be type of bones, then you can simply write it and it will change automatically when you will press the preview button. Let's explain the technical special element of the script. So first of all, the equal sign. So if you put two of them, it will make a subtitle. So it's not regular text, it's a subtitle. And if you put three of them, it will make a smaller subtitle. And if you put only one of them, it will make an even bigger subtitle. So let's go now to the exclamation mark. So I put this in for the headers. So the first row. So the difference between a regular text and this, it's when you place the exclamation mark, it will make it the text bold, centered, and the background is not the same as usual. For every other element inside your chart, you will have to put a straight line, like this one or this one or this one, etc. And when you want to change the row of your chart, you will have to put a straight line with a little dash. And finally, if you want to end the chart, you will have to put a straight line with a bracket. If you want to add another, for example, column or a new row, for example, you can simply copy and paste this and that's it, you got a new row. And if you want to add a new column, for example, you can do this. Simply add for every row a new element like this. So if I go check on Runescape Wikia, I press and don't forget to click the source because otherwise it will fuck up everything. So for example, this is my little chart. So now I got one more row and one more column. Now let's go to the real calculation. So inside your chart you can put mathematical expression, for example 1 plus 1. To use this, you will have to use this little strip. I will put it in the description, so simply copy and paste it, then change the values inside it for what you need. For example, if I need 1 plus 2, then I simply write 1 plus 2 and it will return the value 3. Yeah, and don't forget that for the multiplication, it's not a X button, but it's the star button. A nice feature of Runescape Wikia is to show the amount in gold. So to do this, you simply write the strip coins amount, then equal the expression you wrote. For example, 1 plus 1. So it will show this with a little gold, and if this is a big amount of gold, then there will be a lot of coins. Another very useful thing from Runescape Wikia is the database with all the G prices that are updated automatically very often. This is what makes the calculator so useful, because they are always up to date. To use this feature, you will have to use a little strip, and it's exchange item view price. So I will also put this in the description. So if you want to use this, simply change the item's name for anything. So Battlestaff, Nature Rune, Pure Attack, let's say a needle, anything. So for example, if you want to have the gold amount of a Battlestaff, you can write this down. So coin amount, so the result is in coin, and then you enter what you want. For example, Battlestaff. And don't forget the brackets, because otherwise it won't work. And don't forget that it's like the mathematical expressions. For example, if you write Battlestaff, then minus 5000, then it will display the mathematical result. A very useful thing to know is the round number option. So it's very useful to use. You simply write round then into a bracket a certain number. It will run up the result, so you don't end up with a lot of useless decimals. Okay, so let's take a look to a real calculation that I've made for my daily events money making guide. So it will be about Battlestaff. This is a quite simple calculator, so it's great to learn from it. So the first column, well, the column header is diary difficulty. Then it's gain, then cost, and profit. So for example, the first row, because this introduced the first row, so the first column of the first row is undone 8. So this is for the diary difficulty. Then for the gain, it's the next straight line. So it's the amount in coin for the expression the Battlestaff price times 8. So this is the gain I will make. Then for the cost, it's also an expression, also in coin. It's 8 times 7000. And then for the profit, it's simply the one minus the other one. So an expression, the Battlestaff times 8 minus 8 times 7000. So once I'm done with this, I go to the next row by writing this down. So it says to the computer that I'm starting a new row. So it's the easy row. So it's the same calculation, but instead of 8, it's 16. So you do this for the medium, for the hard, and the elite, and this is the result. So it looks very nice, and it is updated every day, so it's very useful to know if it's a lot of cash now or if it's not good now. Now let's go to a more complex calculator. So this is for my prayer calculator. Basically it calculates the time to get 1 million experience with a certain method, and the method, which is the bone, is the impetuous H's. My calculator name is prayer calculator because it's inside two equal sign, and then the impetuous H's is related to the bones, and it's in the first row because I've only written this one time. Then the cost for 1 million experience, which is the second column, it's expressed in coins, and it's the expression the price of the ashes divided by the experience you get times 1 million. Then I will run up the numbers, so it only displays in thousands. Now if I want to know the time to get all the money I need, then I simply copy this and then I divide everything by the amount of cash you can make per hour. And then I will change the run up to simply 2, so I got a very precise amount of hours. Then the time to get 1 million experience, it's very simple. It's 1 million divided by the experience rate. And I will also run this up to 2. And finally, for the total amount of time, it's simply the sum of the two results. Now let's go to a more complex one. So this was for my cooking guide, and basically it compares the rocktail and the wines, and it shows, well, it calculates the amount of cash you need to make for the wines to be better than the rocktail. So to do this, basically it calculates the cost to get 1 million experience with rocktails, and it then calculates the cost to get 1 million with wines. And then the difference between the two of them, you divide it by the difference to get 1 million experience. And it will display the cost, well, the cash you need to make if you want the wines to be better than the rocktails. It's really mathematical. I won't really explain it because it's not really how to make a script, but more how to think about it. And I cannot really teach this. So that's pretty much it for this guide. Don't forget to like this video if you want more Like-O-Thon reward video. And I just want to say that if you are making calculators and you want them to be known by a lot of people, you can send me a link to your calculator, and if I find them good, I could put it in my own Runescape Wikia channel. See ya and thanks!